Hi everyone and welcome back to another story. So today children we have a very special book in front of us, and this book is called Annie the Apple Pie Fairy. Just before we begin, please don't forget to press that subscribe button to follow me for more videos and more exciting videos coming up. So let's begin, and thank you. Once in a wood by a bubbling brook, up high in an old apple tree lived a fairy named Annie, a famous cook who baked apple pies on TV. So here is the famous fairy Annie. She had her own show for years and years with her best friends Pip and Cora. Every show ended with whoops and cheers. The fairies simply adored her. So here is Pip, Cora and Annie. And here are all the other fairies that adored her. All Annie's pies were made with care, simply and with nothing wasted. Whether the currants or berries and pears, they were the best you ever tasted. Yummy, 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 in my tummy. That was delicious. Thank you, Annie. Oh, you're welcome. Then one day the TV screens turned a little glary. In a blaze of colour, a new face appeared. Sandra, the Straddle Fairy. Sandra's style was fancy. Her pies were never plain. The fairies switched to Sandra's show time and time again. So here's Sandra, the new fairy that's appeared on TV. Pip declared, Chef Sandra will beat us if we let her, so we must do what Sandra does, but do it much, much better. Ratings. Sandra thinks that she's the top, said Cora with a frown. We'll have to pull out all the stops to win back your baking crown. And so between the TV chefs there arose a competition to make fancy bake, and be the best became each fairy's mission. So here's Annie. Every pie the rivers made was fabulous fashioned, with toppings and twirls so high they swayed, decoration was never rationed. And here's Sandra. Fancy bakes. So we have Annie and Sandra. Inside Annie and Sandra's homes, the sound you always heard was the clatter and cluck of gadgets, which became every more observed. They had machines for cutting, slicing, peeling, dicing, flaking, shaking, beating and breaking, rolling, moulding, chopping, folding, whipping, mixing, brushing and fixing. So here's the machine, and it can do cutting, slicing, peeling, dicing, flaking, shaking, beating and breaking, rolling, moulding, chopping, folding, whipping, mixing, brushing and fixing. Soon every fairy across the land was following Sandra's trend. Bigger, better, never bland. Wherever would it end? The machines made every kind of thing in every shape and size, but nobody seemed to notice. Not one made apple pies. But still the gadgets pinged and popped with whirls and pearls and clangs until the night, when everything stopped with a flash and a saving bang. The fairies had a big surprise. Their power had totally blown. Feeling scared, they took to the skies and flocked to Annie's tree home. So here are all the fairies going to Annie's tree home. Pip found candles to light the scene and slippers to warm their feet, but nothing to power their cooking machines. What would the poor fairies eat? Cora appeared inside the pantry. Annie joined her in despair. As far as either one could see, there was next to nothing there, just apples and butter and sugar and flour. Annie signed and said to Sandra, I think things got out of hand. We forgot what matters in the end. We just didn't understand. Annie and Sandra are working together. Now I know what we should do. We must bake an apple pie. We'll add a spoonful of loving, the ingredient money can't buy. The pie was made the old-fashioned way, tasting sweet just as it should. Sandra said, let's not compete, and apple pie was back for good. Can we all sing this song now? 'Cause the pie is delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy. I'm enjoying the apple pie. So good. Annie and Sandra worked together and saw their friendship grow as they starred with Pip and Cora on their brand new TV show, The End. So everyone, thank you for joining me for another story, and I hope you enjoyed the story about Annie the Apple Pie Fairy. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and more exciting videos coming up, so you don't want to miss out. And thank you to all my subscribers that are following me through this journey. I can't thank you enough, and thank you for the support. And take care.